Hello and welcome back to a brand new series. This time we're gonna do a achievement run. So yeah, the Germany campaign is over. I want to take a couple of days or upload slots, whatever you call it, just to figure out what we're gonna do next as a more story-based campaign. So this one is gonna base me more on achievements, and we're gonna run for three specific achievements. It's New World Order, which is making all nations in the world fascist. Then there is One Empire, unite the entire world under the British Empire. And then there is Puppetmaster, which means you have 26 different puppets. So we're gonna do this as England, because One Empire kind of requires you to be England. So we're gonna flip the English towards the good old fascist route. So we're gonna do a couple of fun things. I actually haven't tried this before, but I came up with an idea, and I think it's a stupid idea, but it might be our best chance. So the Yugoslavia was kind of a failure. Kind of been looking at that one. It's just not solvable anymore. So it was kind of like, okay, well, we've done that. Let's try something else. So what is going to be the plan? Because we don't have that much of a army, really. Let's see. But we kind of have an army similar to the size of the US. The US is at a fairly crap point. So my idea was, why don't we just take out the US? It's the first thing we're gonna do. So, well, besides flipping towards, you know, fascism, but yeah, that's kind of my entire idea. And it's stupid, I know, but it's gonna be fun. Hopefully. Seriously, is there nothing that gives me political power? That sucks. Come on, I need some political power, man. Really? Is like Britain the only fucking nation that has nothing that gives you political power at the start of the game? Oh, that sucks. Anyway, we'll go with limited rearmament then. So yeah, we're gonna just get our entire army into a single, well, basically two groups. So we're gonna build on a lot of our colonies and that kind of stuff, but who gives a shit? So there we go. Got a couple of more sitting around like everywhere, and this gonna take a while to set up everything, right? Oh, come on, I need just infantry, man. South Africa, Cairo. There we go. Boop. Okay, that's all 36. Let's get you on the... well, let's see. We're actually gonna split this in two. There we go. And then I need 3 of you to go here. I want all of you to be regular infantry, because we're gonna need to make some speed on the equipment side of things. Then we'll have... let's see, some dudes right up to that point, and this army can set up from, I don't know, right here. That will probably work. All right. Well, let's assign ourselves some commanders. And there we go. We got our 2 commanders. We'll get some orders drawn up. So yeah, we're gonna. This is. I don't even know if this is gonna work, but. I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it is. Right, because taking out the US will give us such a large amount of population that we can recruit. We're actually gonna take the US. No mistake here. Why? I want the industrial power and the resources mostly above all. Until we run in serious manpower trouble, I will mostly take every piece of territory that I can get. So, with that out of the way. Now we need to figure out how to flip to fascism as quickly as possible. There is no political way to do that, I think. No, we are kind of stoically allied. We could destroy the allies, I think. Yep, we can, because there's nobody in our faction. So when France comes knocking, we'll just ignore them. Because who cares about them? I'd rather conquer them, but I think taking out the US just as a starter seems like the best thing we can do. All right, there we go. We've got a setup, and let's time to take a look at industry. Now, I'm kind of mixed here on naval. Well, on one hand, I think navy is fairly important. On the other hand, I actually Don't know how much I want to invest in it. Well, first let's get our civilian industry up and running. I think that's at least as important as a proper navy. The problem with doing what I usually would do regarding to naval is that we already have a lot of naval dockyards. Yeah, we already have a fairly large amount of naval dockyards. We've got civilian factory here, civilian factory here, civilian factory here, here. Luckily, also have a lot of resources, so not have to overly be worrying about that. Wait, we don't own this? Wait, Singapore these days is... Oh, it's British Malaysia. That's actually interesting. Yeah, there's some stuff left on the islands. Got one here. One there. Alright. I think the rest of it was just going to become military factories. How much navy do we already have? We've got 19. We got one more. The rest of it will just go for military. Because we do... Most warfare is ground warfare. And if you don't have to fight against the allies, you are not that dependent on navy in comparison. Right, let's take a look at our air force. Let's see what we have. And dump everything in London. And then I need to take a serious look at my entire navy, because I'm gonna do a bit of the balancing, probably off camera, because that's one of those things that just takes like fucking ever to do. So everybody get into there, because I hate these small fleets that it gives me. Right, I think that is most of the stuff set up. Now we need to figure out what we need. A lot of infantry equipment and some artillery. So I don't need tanks, but I do need artillery. I haven't played the British for the longest time, so I'm kind of looking forward to this one. I think I've never played them vanilla. We also need a lot of infantry equipment, so there we go. We got that set up. 3 dockyards. Ooh, goody. How about some convoys, and then we'll just tell these guys to balance, that out. Finish your constructions. Okay, and all go to the Greater London area where we... Come on. Get everything set up for it, and then we'll take a short look at the navy and how to balance that one. So there we have that done. Okay, so there's some trading we need to do. We'll trade not with the United States, but with Venezuela. Get that oil in, boy. And we're gonna actually run at 1 factory, because that 1 is not gonna make much of a difference. We have low manpower, but that can be solved. We have a large possible population, so I kind of need to look into where I can, besides, we can recruit a lot from, so what we could do is start recruiting from like the British Raj, because we have a lot of subjects, which is kind of our main power. So like the British Raj, we can get some of their Indian companies, we'll copy them over and we'll edit them towards suit our needs, and we can train these dudes instead of our own, which gives us a large manpower, access to a large manpower pool, which otherwise would not be available to us. Right, let's see, do we please tell me we have somebody of terror? That sucks. Yeah, we might need to do that early. I actually don't know if this is possible even, but we'll see where we end up. We could, in theory, ally Germany. However, this gets us the risk that the Puppetmaster achievement becomes fairly difficult, as well as uniting. We need to unite the entire world under the British Empire. And, yeah. So, yeah, there you go. That's the plan. So let's get this show on the road. We've got like 0 equipment for all our troops. That is fairly sad face. We're not actually gonna run it like that. Like you go to the bottom, but I need to intertwine some of the military factories in between. So that's 5. Let's see. Gotta do this slightly different. Just trying to organize this in a neat little balance. There we go. That would do kind of the trick, I guess. Anyway, yeah, let's get this show on the road. I don't think all ships have arrived yet. No, we're all in southern England. Well, there we go. That was quick. Oh, we can still get these dudes in the Western Mediterranean, so we need to wait for them. King George dies. Oh no. Sad face and everything. Right. Okay, one big ass fucking fleet. That is actually something I need to work on right now. So let's get these submarines out. Let's see. Has any of you got a skill as submarine commander? Not really. So we'll put this guy in there. And at ATL subs 1. Select this guy and you'll be convoy raiding across the American coast. Also, I need to give you a new harbor because we're not going to put you right there. So St. Lawrence, that's good. Right, that's that done. Get out of my way. Right, splitting the carriers in groups of 2. There we go, we got that split up. Then I want these in groups of, well, what are we gonna do? 3 or 5? We'll do 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, and wait, did I do that wrong? Or can I just not count? Oh, it just jumped position here. That's a bit annoying. And then we've got a group of 5 battle cruisers and battleships. So just unselect all of them. Merge these guys up. Right. There we go. Alrighty. And take a good look at what I'm doing right now. Okay, there we go. Groups of 20. Like a standard setup that usually works for me. Mostly takes a lot of destroyer losses, but that's kind of what you're expecting. In Hearts of Iron, shit. Well, 21 is not the worst. I don't know, it's just the Navy feels like it's highly unbalanced, to be honest. And there we go. Right, let's take a look at those destroyers, which is mismatched. There we go. Alright, now click away all that we don't want anymore. And then we're gonna balance some new fleets. Those 3, 8. Right, there we go. Okay. Aircraft carrier, 5 battleships, 10 of those, 15 of those, and 20 of those. Alright, so this would be one full-blown navy the way I like it. So this is the ATL Navy 1. There we go. And you'll be patrolling the waters around the US coast. Very good. Now get out of that. And that actually probably should Give this guy a new harbor. Nothing really close by that does any... Well, Nova Scotia will do. Right. Same thing here. Click one of the wrong ones away. Merge this up. I need to find this again real quick. Right, there we go. So we got ATL Navy 2. Get ourselves a lovely commander, and that means we need 6 heavy cruisers on ATL 2. Let's see, do we got any heavy cruisers in this list? No, we don't. Right, so heavy cruiser on ATL Navy 2. 6 of them, thank you very much. And you'll fly. My ships tend to fly. Coastal defense on our little home island. Then we've got this left, which is gonna need a lot. So yeah, let's start setting this up. Heavy cruiser. I don't know the difference between two, but we'll just skimp you out. 10 on... I need to give it a name, of course, this fleet. This is Med Navy 1. This is our first Mediterranean Navy, which can be led by you. You'll be going from Alexandria. Not all of them are in Alexandria, but that doesn't really matter. And you'll be patrolling this water here. Very nice. And let's get this assigned. So Med Navy 1 and some light cruisers. There we go. Mediterranean Navy 1. There we go. Now you buzz off as well. And then we have a crap ton of destroyers left, which is gonna be our temporarily navy-esque thing that's gonna patrol around the African coast, I guess. Because I don't really see... Oh, wait. Well, the Philippines might be interesting. So we're gonna dump you in Singapore. Go to Singapore. You will do that. And you'll be patrolling around this bit here, and you'll be Pac Navy Nessie. That's not what I wanted to call you. Right, and you need like everything besides destroyers. So light cruisers, heavy cruisers, battleships. Oh, and we need probably a couple of carriers for all of these navy groups. Alright, so 2 carriers. Let's see, we need one on Mediterranean Navy, we need them on the Pacific Navy. We need 5 of you on the Pacific Navy. Then we need 10 of you on the Pacific Navy. And then we need 15 of you on the Pacific Navy. And that should be that. Nice and organized. Good, very good. Very nice. And yeah, hopefully we can get... So I was actually thinking we might not want to take anything from this really right now. Well, there's some interesting stuff in here, like that national unity, getting some experience, and getting a lot of coastal force, like less research time, all that kind of stuff. There's really good bonuses, really strong and powerful bonuses in here. But we would really do well by flipping towards fascism as early as possible. So I'm gonna just sit on my national... I'm gonna ignore my take a national focus right now, so we gain the extra points, so I can take a fascist demagogue as quickly as possible. We got the extra factory, so we got some nice boost in our production there. I just want to flip towards fascism as quickly as possible because I want to take on the US as quickly as possible. So we're gonna just do this real quick. Train. Groups of 6 to location set there, and you'll be joining this army. Right, there we go. I actually don't even know what the balance of these forces is. It's pretty good. This is just my OCD. Just deal with it. There we go. You have very low priority on equipment. Because we don't even have the manpower for it right now. Okay, there we go. The fascist demagogue. Younger generation will take up the torch, and there we go. It's not really a need for us to get that. Get the national 10% national unity, it's pretty nice. A lot of this relies heavily on world tension, so we're just gonna go and reinforce the empire. Next up is volunteer population. I'm surprised with how little populace we actually got available. We have a 44 million. I'm really saddened that we don't have a Prince of Terror. I get why we don't have one, you know, we're a democracy, we're not supposed to, you know, force stuff down people's throat, but we are gonna do. We don't have Marines? I find that highly unlikely. Where the goddamn Brits? They were one of the first to properly adopt Marines. Not exactly as we know them right now. I think that was the Dutch actually that had the first true Marine Corps that attacked from the sea on land. I don't know this for sure. We did get the idea from that, I think, from the British. It's kind of like a lot of what the Dutch did during those periods of time. It's like the Brits, it had a system which worked well. Then the Dutch took it over and just kind of added a lot of stuff towards it, and it worked a lot better. To give you a short example, the Brits and Brits and England, that's the same people. United Kingdom and Netherlands have been to war 3 times, and we did win the first one. The Dutch won the first war. That has nothing to do with naval size or commander inability. We figured out a system to communicate a lot more detailed with a very good commander combined. So, you know, when a navy moves as one entity, it's a lot stronger than every ship going for itself, which was the standard before that point. Not really a standard, but it happened. And I believe the British were using flags, but it was a very rudimentary system. So the Dutch were like, well, this is an interesting system, but we could probably do this a lot better by adding a lot more types of signals so we can just steer everything a lot more precisely. Which became a new standard for the flag system. At least a lot of other countries started investing in the same system afterwards. So, with that out of the way, I would prefer to get Hawker Hurricanes. Right, that reminds me, I still haven't done my Air Force just yet. So, merge this shit up. I have no interest in those. Let's see, we've got close air support's fine. Naval bombers, you can get out of it as well. Yeah, that's the one. Don't need to look at Navy. Interwar bombers can be replaced by carrier fighters. 'Cause I don't really see. Okay, we just need to move you up. That's why I don't like the way this system is set up. Okay, so that's the aircraft that we want. Then there is the carrier fighter and the naval bomber. Right, there we go. How are we looking on resources or on equipment? 300 days. Service overseas is ready. Encourage the colonial elite, speeding up our research time. And we're gonna make some changes in these numbers. So we're gonna get you up to 300. Add another one, which has... Why could I not create it? Oh, we don't have manpower for it. Makes sense. That's not what I wanted to do. Damn it, there goes my manpower. The 2 of you will be flying over here. And there we go. Yeah, that's fine. Well, the Spanish Civil War is here. Sadly, we're gonna do much about that. How is the US liking my... So they're bumping out forces, but apparently with equipment issues. So we're on the same page with that one, funnily enough. When we're fascist, we can go for an immediate war economy. So I think limited conscription is the... Interesting question, actually. Yeah, we need manpower. It's just not... That's not even up for debate. So the US might actually... Because I initially planned to take the US as an industrial force, but I think it might be one of those... just a puppet state. To get manpower. Well, we'll see what we can end up with. Okay, F it, I need the manpower more than anything right now. Let's see. 240 days, 300 days. It's about, seems about the same time that we should be ready for all of that. Also, this probably enables us to get another achievement. If we disband the allies, yeah, that actually requires us to disband the allies, otherwise they will stay in the allies. There's another achievement where you declare war on a former colony. Very simple. So we're gonna disband the allies. I don't really think it's gonna serve much as we... Our plan is to go for the singular... well, faction is just gonna be everybody underneath me. Hong Kong adds a civilian factory. That reminds me, I probably need to get civilian factories built in Hong Kong. Yep. There we go. I always keep forgetting about these minute little islands that we've got scattered around everywhere. Okay, we've got our Marines, not that I really need them right now, but I'm glad we have them nonetheless. Get our signal companies up and running, and that gets that up to my standards. Now Canada, you probably should start pumping out divisions, because if we're planning on taking on the US, oh boy, it's gonna be funky. 160 days. It's gonna take a while before we're flipping over to fascism though, but John Beckett, and then we'll get Oswald Mosley. I actually don't even know if this is possible as Britain, but I think by taking out the US, let Germany do its thing and weakening himself. So the plan is get industrially strong enough, right? And then start investing in the Soviet Union so that they can crush Germany. I would just want to balance that. So when Germany is doing well, we'll support the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union is going well, we'll start supporting Germany. So I just want to them both bleed as much manpower as possible. So when the world has gone to shit, that's when I will swoop in and take out the other two major factions remaining, because the other one is France, and who gives a shit about France? Like, I'm not joking. If France stands on its own, it's not going to make it like any chance at all. I don't think it's even a contest anymore. Right, fortify East Asia. Let's see, can we get some cheap factories anywhere? So influencing China, this is not actually in favor for us. Yes, it gets China fascist, but it will probably mean they will go with the Germans. That's not what I want. That same thing. Some of these only really work when that's fun when it's time for that one. Let's get some home defense up and running. Oh well. I think we'll be fine. I think we just have to really focus on getting strong troops and you know, not bleed a lot of manpower. Oh right, we lose 25% due to this one. We have a lot more manpower available soonish anyway. Look at our Hawker Hurricanes. Democratic supporters will start a civil war. No, we don't want a civil war. We'll take the 5% national unity hit. It's a lot cheaper than a fucking civil war, especially if you want to start shit early. Will be good. Right, so I think it's time that we start looking in things like army attack. Then we've got infantry experts, which would be rather nice. Army logistics, and probably either army regrouping or close escort. And I think close escort, because that's actually fairly powerful as an additive. And then war economy as soon as possible, because we don't need to be at war for that one. The threat of communism. Well, that's an event I would really like to see. Fascist popularity even goes higher. Some more daily recruitable population for the period. But this should really get us a quick referendum. Get a national focus up and running. Let's see. Is there anything this we can do? Nope. Commonwealth ties. We'll start doing some development in our puppets. So what we actually need to do after we... either we need to start building in our puppets. So, do we want to hold a referendum? We'll do it. There we go. We are now officially fascists. Here it is. Yeah, let's take a look at how we are at the equipment level. Let's see, this takes me 24 days, 57 days, and 24 days. So by the time that we are ready, we're just for the war. So we're gonna take back our colonies with that one. Plus we're building more military factories, so I'm not really overly worried about any of it. Let's ensure that we're just mostly getting functional factories instead of small stuff like the aircraft. I don't really care about my aircraft right now, in all honesty. I think I'm gonna stick with this one. I think it's fine. Let's see. Oswald mostly denounces the American ideals, that's fine. Gains national unity 5%, ideology drift 50%, or... Ooh. But I don't like the political power gain limit, so we'll just, we'll not intervene with Parliament. So, Oswald mostly stays. We've got a Gloucester Sea Gladiator. There we go, and we're in 1937, so probably should take a stab at industry. Got our interwar artillery up and running. What I probably should do is start influencing my start to influencing some of the nations that I'm working with to prevent them from doing some weird shit. Plus they need to go fascist anyway eventually. Either we need to integrate them or we need to push towards fascism. I think like Canada will like push towards fascism. All that kind of stuff. Anyway, general rearmament. That's pretty good. So yeah, we're gonna slowly flip one by one our puppets, and hopefully that will lead to good times. I don't know, because they're focused on historical, so they might just go for the their historical focus here, and that probably means that we need to just take them down the standard way. We'll see. Or strengthen the Commonwealth ties. Oh, they can't do that anymore, so... We'll see what we end up with. This one, I think, gets removed the moment we go to war, so should not overly worry about that one. See now base national unity, we can get there. I'm fine on a lot of stuff here I can do. General rearmament. While naval is fine, I think it's time that we start looking at the shadow scheme. Ooh. Let's see, what are we facing? 7 to 15. And we've got 9. So they are probably fairly similar, so I'm hoping we just can get them on numbers. 24 to... Ugh, we have Canada with us. Hopefully it helps. Ah, right, we're training more divisions. Very good. That's what we need here. Because that gets us at 48. And hopefully that will be enough. Alright, let's get these troops trained. Because that's also going to make a bit of a difference. Improve machine tools. That increases the speed that we get our stuff. We're still in 1937, so... But I think a bit ahead of time research here would not be too bad. So it arrives in about 150 days. So that's about 40 days into war. We'll get better equipment there. Okay, so we've got some provincial elections. See, this always confused me. So we're gonna do it like this, and I'll draw 2 lines here and here. I need 2 guys here, and I need 1 dude here. There we go. Bam, that's it. I'm gonna wait for the new troops to be arriving. I will start training them as well. And we could start training some Indian divisions, but that's not really what I'm looking in. Want to look into right now. There we go. Got a war economy going. It should speed up construction quite a lot. Is there something that gives me like recruitable manpower? This is just research and industry. I don't think any of this does. Oh, that's interesting, because I destroyed my faction. I can't do any of these. Huh. That's mildly weird. It's democratic and needs civil tension to be that high. Well, interesting. That's legitimately an interesting piece. Let's see. Issue gas masks. Let's get our national unity up and running. Concentrated industry. Very nice. And well, I guess I'll just go for improved infantry equipment because I really don't know what else to research here. Probably get some aerial, battlefield support, doctrine. No basic divisions in training, that's right, because I don't want them to be training. I want to save most of my manpower right now. Troops will be transferring over. Prepare intervention. Must have raised the world tension a little bit by going after dear old US of A. But hey, start training. Japan declared war, Japanese build up, Italy and Yugoslavia got some issues. China's United Front has formed. Just conquering New England, so I'm gonna wait a little bit. I want at least get the green out of these guys, and then we'll declare the war. It's gonna be horrendous. This is gonna be one big fucking failure. I know it already, but you know. When do we need to declare war? 8th of February. Alright. Very nice. Okay, that is what's gonna end that one. Yeah, we'll send some tactical bombers because we're not using them anyway. Yes, sir. Alright, very nice. Ground battle plan. Very good. And then we'll get prepared defense because we're gonna be on the offense. Alright, dig in, you guys. Train for a little while. So let's say in February we'll stop The training. Ah, well, we're not going to reach any new levels, so we can just start digging in with them now. Yes, this is going to be difficult, but hopefully it's going to be glorious. So let's conquer the US. This has got to be such a fucking failure. Italy wants to send volunteers. See, that's what you need. Germany and Italy are going to send volunteers to help us with that one. With this, I'm actually going to end the episode. Next one will be, hopefully, defeating the US. And I think we make actually a better chance than... Because they have not got, like, everything. I prefer to take this between half. So it's between 25 and 52. That's around 40-ish. Between 35 and 40 divisions in total. So we already beat them on that one. They have no military industry. They have a very impressive civilian industry, which they're not. It's not going to help them in the war. So we beat them on that. We beat them on a lot of stuff. Actually, we've got more manpower currently available as them. And they've got pieces probably lined up on Mexico. They have their islands defended, all kinds of stuff there. So I'm not really worried about any of this. So let's just call in our allies. Because you got no fucking decision to be made here. And the next episode will be taking them down. With that, I want to thank you guys for watching, as this is the first of a new series. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like what you see, give it a big fat thumbs down. But please let me know in the comments down below why you would give it a thumbs down, because I might be able to fix that in the future. Check out the rest of the channel. If you want to see more Hearts of Iron based content or anything in this, you know, kind of genre. And if you want to keep updated when new videos are uploaded, usually twice a day, hit that big subscribe button. And these days, that's not enough. You need to click that little alarm bell next to it, that you actually get a notification that shit's uploaded, because subscribing apparently doesn't mean anything to YouTube anymore. So with that, I want to thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.